All right, everybody, welcome back to another episode of Word with Ty Brownlow. I'm your host, Ty Brownlow. Remember, no one is worthless, no story is worthless. Today, ladies and gentlemen, hey, look here, Black Music Month, y'all better recognize, and I have none other than Charis, Reese, all the way from the left coast, best coast. Y'all already know how I feel about LA. LA, that's right. Don't even holler at, man. Go ahead and talk to somebody else. Anyway, how are you today?
I'm great. Hi, thanks for having me. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate it. We're going to figure out what the word is. You know what I'm saying? What's the word?
Oh. We gonna find out what the word is. You know what?
Oh, okay.
Man, look here, y'all. This gonna be a spicy one. I'm just trying to let you know right now. I'm just trying to let y'all know. This is gonna be spicy. You're gonna find out in a minute.
Spice. Okay.
But anyway. All right. So anyway, as I introduce you, Charis Reese, you know, artist, music artist, all right, but not just any type of music artist. Go-go, y'all, okay? And for those of you who may not be familiar with the go-go sound, we're gonna talk about that in a minute. But first, I want to talk about your latest single, I Like That Go-Go. So,
okay.
You know, first introduce yourself to, you know, the audience in the world, and let's talk about your single.
Well, what's good, Slims? It's your girl, Charis Jones, aka Charis Reese, and this is a single of mine that I released while I was in school at the LA College of Music with my producer friend Crankington and Faces on, who mixed and mastered this joint, and this is the one that actually got onto the Bratz mixtape and got people in Atlanta being cognizant of what go-go is, and that was my opportunity to try to bridge the gap between the DMV to LA so that there will be a communicative way of kind of understanding sounds and opportunities for readiness for go-go, you know, because a lot of people are not necessarily prepared for go-go, so it's kind of like introducing them into, you know, a little go-go vibe. Yeah. So this is called I Like That. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, I mean, now, you know what? I just want to hold it right there for a second. So,
hold it now.
Who are not,
okay.
For those who are not, you know, familiar with the go-go sound, you know, can you explain to them a little bit what the go-go sound is?
Sure. Go-go is basically a conglomerate of genres, mainly African beats, African drumming, so percussion, cowbells, congas, timbales. Those are very essential to have for a go-go sound, right? But the godfather of go-go, Chuck Brown, was a jazz musician, and so it also has roots in jazz, jazz chords, also R&B chords, and kind of in terms of song structure. And then outside of African beat, Afro beats, jazz, there's R&B, there's a little hint of gospel because it has like a cyclic type of round robin of, you know, repeat after me, you know, and it extended vamps and extended bridges, you know what I'm saying? So that's just what it is, but it's kind of honestly something that you have to be able to feel and experience in person to really appreciate the whole experience of go-go. A lot of times people say that, you know, hearing go-go recorded from a show doesn't do it justice. You know what I'm saying? It's like how I went to the BET Awards for the first time this past weekend, and it's like when you're sitting at home, you thinking, oh man, these performances, they kind of whack. No. When you're there in person, you see how intricate detail these performances really are and how much work, how many cameras, how many producers are on stage trying to direct all this stuff going on, and you're like, oh my God, this is a much bigger multi-million-dollar project going on versus it just seeming like, man, who's on this? Who doing this shit in here? This shit is whack as fuck. You know what I'm saying? That's what you think, but it's the same difference of go-go. You have to be present to fully get an understanding of what it feels. It's feel-good music. It's all about the rhythm. You feel it in your heartbeat. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta feel the bass. You know, the bass has to slide down. You may hear a lot of bass slides and go like, that's kind of like the vibe that you're gonna kind of get. And you give openness. It's not so much like, you know, church chords, you're immediately going from you know, the 1 to the 3 to you going to the 5 to the 7 to the 4. It's just kind of like you just kind of letting it breathe a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So less is more in go-go, but it's a lot more instrumentation going on in go-go, like cowbells. That's probably my favorite thing.
So, I mean, so basically, I'm just gonna break it down. It's an experience, okay? I mean, you know, as a person who's not from, you know, the East Coast or like the DC, Baltimore, DMV area, you know, I grew up here in the Midwest. So I can tell you my first experience of go-go was probably EU.
Yeah. Joanna, but
well, okay, and don't get me wrong, and you still play it on the radio, but that wasn't even my cut. My cut was Buck Wild. When you just flipped it up, man. Well, when you really talk about the go-go sound, the dum 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 dum, and I mean, and they like killing it. You know what I'm saying? And I know that beat's been sampled in hip hop, like. Man, I can't. Man, look here. I can't even tell you how many times it's been sampled. But you know, like, that's just the credit to them. You know, playing what they played in. Hey, look here. You know, being a person in a fraternity. You know what I'm saying? When songs come on, you get that beat. Oh man, the stroke, man. Look here, man.
Right. It's immediate.
Long and tight. I'm just trying to tell you right now, man. You are not breaking that line tonight. I could just promise you that.
It will not be broken, Slim. Yeah. No. And you got to be prepared because it can go on and on and on. Okay. So
it is an experience, and I am glad that you had like made that comparison to the BET Awards because, as you said, yeah, I could hear it and feel like a certain type of way, but to actually be there and to experience it and to really hear it played in its essence, oh no, that's something totally different.
Yeah, it's drastically different. Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. So look, all right, ladies and gentlemen, now you know, she probably don't want to toot her own horn, but you know, I brought her on this platform and you know how I do, you know what I'm saying, you know. You doing good in the hood. You know, that's just what I do. You know, like I be spying on good stuff. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, you know, I ain't gonna name no names, but a certain person, you know, was performing and a particular, you know, icon of Hollywood, Black Hollywood, that is, ladies and gentlemen. Let me just be correct with that. Black Hollywood now. All right. Yes.
You gotta be more Pacific.
All right, yeah, I gotta be more Pacific with y'all. Pacific, okay? Pacific. Even though, you know, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if y'all know, she did hit us with, you know, the cyclic, you know, earlier, you know, so we know that she's getting that education and she's getting good stuff, you know what I'm saying? So add that to your vocabulary like I just did, like I wrote that down. But anyway, I'm gonna keep it moving. But anyway, talking about this performer who came up on the stage and started like, not two-stepping, y'all. We talking about grooving. You know what I'm saying? Grooving, okay? Like jamming, all right? So I ain't gonna say who it was. I'm gonna let you introduce this, you know, whole situation. So can you tell us about this moment that's viral for those who don't follow you, but we gonna find out that information in a minute. But tell us about this viral moment that you have on your page that's going on. Nuts.
Indeed. So it was a very organic situation. It was the last song of the night. D Nice, Deborah Cox, and Angela Bassett walked in. I happened to see them. Somebody had said, I think D Nice is in here. And then we were, you know, doing our tribute to Sugar Bear of EU, which you already mentioned, right? And so it was like doing a but dun dun, sexy, sexy. Hey. Ain't nothing wrong if you want to do the butt all night long. And so there's a part that says, you know, it's call and response. So you may say, Ty got a big old butt. Oh, yeah.
Right.
Oh, no. Okay. But, and so I saw, so I was like, D Nice got a big old butt. Debbie got a big old butt. I said, Angie got a big old butt. And then somehow, I guess security made sure that I guess also Auntie Angela was like, I need to get closer. Come on, closer on up to the stage. So I was like, okay, Slim, let's do this. I said, come on, I got you, Slim, I got you. And she was like, okay, boom. So she got on stage with me, and we were, I was just kind of letting her know how to kind of, swing to the go-go,
Right.
The little go-go swing or whatever, and she was right up in it. Oh, and then I was feeding her the lyrics. I was like, Angie got a big old butt. Oh yeah. And she was like, oh yeah. And then of course she was like, well, I must got a big old butt then, What can I say? I do. So then we was just dancing, and it was a great experience. And I definitely feel like it was an amazing experience. It organically happened. It wasn't like somebody knew that she was coming. You know what I'm saying? Like right. Nothing was playing. Like it was hot. By that time I had on a blazer. The blazer was off. My jeans was halfway up, halfway down. I don't know what my locks was on. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, again, an experience of what go-go is. And so to be able to introduce that and to share that moment with her, along with so many other celebrities that were present that evening, was really, really important, and it was a really dope experience.
Look, ladies and gentlemen, as I said, that moment has gone viral. I know I'm going to play it, in part of this interview, on. I mean, you won't be able to see it right now, but once I edit and do
in post, it'll be there in post.
Come on now, come on. But no, so I find that fascinating because it's like you had mentioned before, taking a sound, uprooting it, and taking it across country. Hey, you know what? I'm here now in LA making things happen. I'm performing. Oh, these people are walking in. Hey, look here, Angie, D Nice. Man, Deborah, what's up? Da 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 da. Now you're on stage, you're grooving, and as I said before, grooving. Not two-stepping, y'all. Grooving, okay? Like, man, y'all gonna see what I'm talking about.
Okay.
But, for those who don't really know your story, I want to talk about your story real quick because, as I said, no one is worthless, no story is worthless, and I feel you have a story worth sharing. And first and foremost, let's talk about your background, because before all of this, you were in education. Can you talk a little bit about, your life before, moving out to LA and how that even came about?
Oh yeah, well, we can go through this real quickly. So I started in college at Xavier, New Orleans, and at the time I was going to become a pediatric psychiatrist, and unfortunately Hurricane Katrina happened, and I was a little devastated and left Xavier in New Orleans and transferred to Drexel in Philly and finished there and got my bachelor's in science and psychology and chemistry. And then I have a certificate in health science and philosophy. And then I went on and got my master's in public health. In 2010, I graduated, but it was an economic crisis. There was no jobs in Philly whatsoever. I was overqualified for everything that they were giving. I was willing to take a $40,000 job. It didn't matter. It wasn't happening. So I moved from Philly, which is where I never wanted to move from because the industry there is what was so welcoming. The jazz scene was extremely welcoming to me. And my mentor, Denise King, told me when I was singing in a lot of different places, she was like, I need you to stop singing. I need you to start working on your own product. Like, I don't care if it's great. I don't care if it's half-assed. You need to have your own product because you're missing the business side of things. So a lot of singers will try to, be seen in a lot of different open mics and a lot of different little gigs and stuff like that ain't paying well, but they're just grinding. And the part that's always missing is their product, their music. You know what I'm saying? So I had that implanted in my mind. And I said, my grandmother was a valedictorian of her high school class, but her father didn't have the $50 to give to her to go to nursing school. So for my grandmother's sake, I wanted to execute at the highest level and matriculate as best as I can academically. But I didn't want to go work. I didn't want to do that, Slim. I really didn't want to do that, but I had to. And, I've been a director of development for a Fairly Qualified Health Center. I definitely have worked with FEMA. I have a top secret clearance till this day. I actually got a job interview tomorrow. We pray we get that because, being an artist, you have to have the resources. And so I always feel like you kind of have to have the books to back yourself up. And so that's how I've been able to navigate a lot of things independently because of my ability to have been placed in these, high level positions. And so I decided in 2015 when my grandmother passed that I just didn't want to continue to work anymore. Not in turn, like I was answering emails 24/7. I was the youngest person in the C-suite. So if those who don't know what a C-suite is, it's the CEO, the CFO, and everybody that is of legitimate importance. And I was in that, at 28. And I was busting my ass and I was grieving and I was excruciatingly unhappy. And the reason why I was unhappy was because I wasn't focusing on my passion. I wasn't focusing on my gift, which is my gift is to sing. My gift is to communicate effectively and to connect with other people and to enlighten and lift them up and give a little comedic relief. And I wasn't doing any of that. And so I said to myself, before I quit, I need to make sure I have enough money so I can finish this album. And so I finished the album. I quit. They then tried to fire me. They didn't even want me to get my unemployment. Okay, I was supposed to have a severance package. I'm just telling you how crazy people are. You know what I'm saying? But that's okay. It's okay because I made it do what it do. Shoot, I was doing Lyft and Uber until I got another position. And then I got a major position with Homeland Security. And that was the highest paying job I've ever had in my life. And it was the most important job I ever had in my life. And it was my favorite job I ever had in my life. But it ended once Trump got into office. And so once that ended, I was like, ooh, I'm gonna go back to another 6-figure position. And I hated it, I couldn't handle it. And then a friend said, well, Reese, why don't you start teaching as an adjunct professor? So I was an adjunct professor. So I started doing that. And then someone asked me to just sub one of their classes. And then I started to sub. And then I started teaching chemistry in middle school. And then I realized, ooh, I'm gonna kill somebody's child. This is probably not where I need to be. Not in middle school. The hormones is flying. And at this point, I'm ready to rumble, okay, in Southeast. So the Lord then placed me in high school, and I was a special education English teacher. And that is where I committed myself for the last, I did that for like 4 years while I also was being an adjunct professor. So I was a special education teacher before I decided to say, look, it's time to go. And I said it was time to go when the pandemic happened and I was at home every day teaching from home. And I said, I can't do this no more. I said, I don't need to be complacent like this. This ain't what it's supposed to give. And I got a full scholarship to the Los Angeles College of Music. And I'm at 35 with a single family house and 2 cars and a cushion lifestyle. I said, bitch, it's time to go. I'm out this joint. And me and my daddy drove cross country to come to LA, and I lived in Highland Park while I was in school. And that's the story.
Hey, it is. Hey, I mean, I like how you sped all that up, but I mean, still, you know what I'm saying? But no, like, it's still a story, and even though all of the things you were naming, like, one thing remains the same. Look, bigger purpose, finding that purpose. Yeah, all this other stuff is cool. You know what I'm saying? Jobs pay well. This job is great. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna hurt one of y'all.
Yeah.
This is okay, but summer's off is cool, but I don't know. It's got to be a little bit more, and to really, have like the mental capacity to like hold it together, because like, let's really keep it real about people holding on to their passions and their dreams. Man, most people are going to fold. they're going to go do something else, or they're going to commit to like whatever lifestyle or job they have. For those who do take the chance, yeah, you know, you're going to go through like the internal struggles. You're going to go through the ins and outs. There may be a little, you know, jumping from career to career to career, but ultimately, you know, you land where you need to land. And obviously, like in this case, hell, you've landed in LA and you have like really given yourself the best opportunity to like, you know, manifest all of your like dreams and visions. So, man, that's what's up.
I appreciate
excellence.
That. Oh, I appreciate that. I just want to tell your viewers because, you know, I'm just, as a Taurus, I'm a very honest and transparent individual. And I think
Virgo here, Virgo.
Oh, Tauruses and Virgos get along so well. Oh my God.
Anyway,
I am trustworthy. Y'all don't be trusting motherfuckers, but you can trust a Taurus, okay? Okay.
All right.
We can go eat. We can go eat. You know what I'm saying?
Anyway, come on.
But yeah, whole time I just want to instill this word of advice because the process to success is not this inclined, you know, extreme. There's no slope that goes extremely inclined. It is giving, okay, maybe, you know what I'm saying? And so I think also many of people have felt like one of my favorite movies is Sister Act 2. And, you know, her mom was like, you gonna be saying your woulda, shoulda, couldas. And I just thought to myself, I don't want to say my woulda, shoulda, couldas. I don't care, you know, how comfortable this uncomfortability may only last for but so long. But I know the end goal will be so much better. And at least I can say I tried. At least I say I did it. You know, and a lot of people feel like, well, I got a family, I got kids, I can't do this. People doing this stuff every single day. Living in LA is just simply a testament to go get it till you're done, okay? Because it's very expensive to live here. And I don't mean like, oh, no, that restaurant was expensive. No, every single aspect of maintaining a livelihood in Los Angeles is expensive, okay? So people doing a little strange things for a piece of change is not uncommon. And I'm grateful.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to see amateur night, a little twerk contest, want to do it, okay? So I got to pay for Shauna, okay? Shauna ain't cheap. You say Shauna ain't cheap, Slim. But definitely, I'm just, you know, telling people that you can manifest what it is that you want to do. One of the biggest things I learned just recently being at the BET Awards and being at the House of BET, you can be in the same room as the people that you see on a regular basis. You know what I'm saying? And you have to let yourself know, I'm supposed to be here. I can be here too. It's okay. And to learn how to effectively network so that it becomes your net worth. Like, don't be the, yo, I'm a singer, you know what I'm saying? Listen to my song. It don't work like that. You know, you have to have the ability to build relationships and rapport with people and collaborate with others. But just stay, look, this is me talking to myself, especially with these algorithms on Instagram right now. You can post something and, you know, it's giving 32 views, okay? But at least there was 32 people who did see it versus none, okay? And so you cannot be, you know, everybody wants to be seen. Everybody wants to be heard in a very good way. And I had to sing at this church on this past Sunday. And the song I sang was, You Know My Name. And I started crying because, you know, God knows the amount of hairs that's on your head. He knows your name. You wonder how you're going to get on the VIP list or the talent list or whatever. Your name is already known by God. So if you're not on there right now, that's okay. Work towards it. You know what I'm saying? And finesse. I'm trying to tell you, a lot of these actors, actresses, singers they could be signed, they could not be signed, they might have an agent, they might not, they are hustling, okay? Mm-hmm. Hustling. So never, you know, think that, oh, their life is so much better than mine. They sleeping on somebody's couch momentarily, and if they had to sleep on somebody's couch momentarily, so what? They take the advantage of what they got to do until it's time for them to be able to step out. Now, bitch, when I step out, don't.
Hey, look here. I tell them all the time, yes, when it does happen, the number will change. So when y'all like, man, he acting brand, no, I'm letting you know now. Yeah. You know what? Shit gonna switch up, man. I'm just letting you know. Don't be mad.
That's today's price. It's not today's price. Huh?
Man, I will fat Joe you, man, all fucking day. You know what I'm saying? For real, it doesn't matter.
Oh my God, yeah.
Look here, y'all. Y'all know I'm dignified. I don't even do these things. But
yeah.
Moving on, ladies and gentlemen. Moving on.
Yeah.
But no, I love that story, and I love your realness. You know, and you know, I just think that's something that whoever is listening, take that and like learn from it. You know, there is no straight process. You don't just like start one day, blow up, and then all of a sudden it's great. Even like the people that you've heard on TikTok blowing up, you know, TikTok singles or what have you. Trust me, they've had other music that they put out that didn't hit, you know, like, and they've probably been artists in their own little lane, but sometimes, you know, it takes a little love and a little algorithm. So there it is.
It takes a little bit of love. Sometimes it takes an algorithm. Sometimes it just takes somebody else choosing to utilize their platform to just build you up. You know, as a former podcast host myself, you know, I would always look out for other artists that were independently doing what they needed to do. But just this weekend, it was 3 men that looked out for me, that did not know me from jump and looked out. Orion, who was Omarion's brother, who was a DJ for the House of BET, reposted my newest single, Good Day, that just came out last Wednesday on his stories. Jazz, I was sitting beside him during the BET Awards, has over 5.9 million followers and I mean, I don't even know how the hell you get something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you can't pay that amount of payage is quite high. You know what I'm saying?
It's very high.
It's very motherfucking high. Whole time, very sweet. He told me, hey, take our picture together, put your song in the link, and then play the song in the background of your stories. I'm going to repost it. He kept his word. He did that. Then Keith Lee, I saw him and his wife, Ronnie Lee, across the way. Keith Lee is a big time food critic on TikTok. This man is all about believing in his family and in God and everything else like that. And
he's real. Yeah. I know exactly who you're speaking of.
Okay. So Keith Lee purposely put in his entire wrap up of his BET experience, he put my video that I shot of them in his video and gave me credit for it. And so my cousin called me yesterday and was like, Reese, check out I just sent you a text, Slim, a link. Keith Lee done reposted you, Slim. And, you know, I reached out to Keith. I invited him to my first LA show. I mean, they live in Vegas on July 13th here at the Bourbon Room in Hollywood. That's a little plug. I pray y'all get y'all tickets. It's going to be a red carpet experience, VIP and GA. And, you know, if you ever need some Getty images, you can pull up and get a Getty image because normally they cost $499. Okay, they're expensive. But you come to my show, you can get your Getty image on the humble, you know what I'm saying, and have you a good time and listen to some good music. And there'll be some other celebrities there, so we're praying that we can get Keith Lee and his wife to be there as well. But I'm just saying, sometimes it takes somebody else who has a platform to go ahead and offer you leverage. And it takes nothing to repost someone. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. But at the same token, you know what I'm saying? Like, slide in people's DMs. Send your music to people who, you know, I used to send, when Boot Up Go Go Remix came out, I was hustling. I would research DJs on Instagram. I would watch their lives and find out when they would go live so that I could try to connect with them. And when I would share my music, I wouldn't say, hey, Slim, listen to this new joint. This joint is fire. I would just simply say, hey, it'll be nice if you could listen to this song and let me know what your thoughts are. And I left it alone. You understand what I'm saying? So it's all about your approach. It's all about your demeanor. And it's all about favor. Because I couldn't have written that situation. Now, I watch Keith Lee all the time. 10 out of 10. God is amazing. But I never thought that I would see him, you know what I'm saying, in person. But it happened. You know what I'm saying? So.
No, and you. So as I said, that's just a testament to like who you are and your journey so far. I mean, it's not even over. You know, we're just getting started. You know, like you are here to make moves. So that's just what it is. Yeah. Now, okay, so we're a little short for time, but I ain't finna speed this up. I'm gonna let it take its pace. But I will ask, if people want to get in contact with you, they want to like, man, listen to Booed Up Remix. They want to listen to I Like That Go-Go. They want to listen to the latest single, you know.
Yeah.
Good day. How can they do so?
Oh, you can find me on social media at Charis Reese. It's CharisReese. Or you can just Google Charis Jones. Look for, Charis Jones singer. Go to charisjones.com. And you can just put any of that in and my music will come up. The other singles from the album, this Unstoppable and Allergic, were released as well in May, and Good Day, and we're doing a Go-Go remix to Good Day, which is a big deal. And just holler at me. I'm very hollerable, you know what I'm saying? I'm very approachable, so yeah.
There it is, y'all. There it is. Come on, man. Come on. Run them streams up. Y'all already know what it is. Y'all know how them games, man, look here. Y'all know how the game go. Run them up.
I need them streams up, and I definitely need them playlists. Add them songs to the playlist, Slims, please.
There you go. Please. Come on now. You go ahead and do it on YouTube and add it for you. They ask you if you want to make a playlist. Put that whatever. Yes. True. There it is. Real simple, ladies and gentlemen. Boom. Mic drop. All right.
Hi. Yeah.
But look here, before we get up out of here,
okay,
I gotta ask you this question because this is the question that my show's known for. Okay?
Oh.
So I have to present it to you. So here it is.
All right.
Charis Reese.
What's good, Slim?
What is the one word that best describes you and why?
Unstoppable.
Mm.
Why? Because I keep going against all odds. That's what it is.
Unstoppable. Hey, look here. I'm like a Taurus, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Spoken like a true damn Taurus. All right. They are.
Well, that's the name of my second album anyway. It's called Unstoppable. So
I just plugged the album for y'all. I mean, come on. I mean, like, man, this ain't nothing but plugs. Plugs, y'all.
Appreciate you. Yes.
No, yeah, I love it. I appreciate it. Man, look here. Black Music Month, as I said, ladies and gentlemen, go out. I Like the Go-Go. Good Day. All that, okay? Run them streams up. Charis Reese. Charis Reese, ladies and gentlemen, all right?
Thank you, Ty.
Yes. Yeah. No, thank you. All right. Thank you for making this live, okay? And there it is, y'all. This has been Word with Ty Brownlow. I've been your host, Ty Brownlow. Remember, no one is worthless. No story is worthless. You can follow me all social media platforms at Word with Ty Brownlow. Get this wonderful interview plus other great interviews. Man, look here. Miss Charis Reese.
Yes. Keep it 100, Slim. Yeah.